So, thinking of One Piece, what's the first thing that comes in our mind? If you haven't watched it, if you have watched, but jokes apart, let's get on to our video. In today's video, we'll go through One Piece's different aspects, its strengths and hell a lot of flaws, and also an arc-wise analysis and rankings of it. Of anime, of course, because we all know the level of the manga, right? All this stuff will be kept as objective as we could, so please don't get triggered and watch till the end. To start off, One Piece is not the stuff that catches by first impression. It takes time, okay? One Piece is a journey. It starts off slow, and I mean it, really slow. But you'll not realise you got so attached to a Japanese cartoon and don't want it to end. It consists of something for everybody. You won't disappoint you if you give it a chance, believe me. There are very few people who had figured out at which point they got hooked to the show. So, let's start with different aspects of it. Storyline. It has one of the most diverse storyline and storytelling in this industry, with never-ending possibilities. Dot connections are spot on. Music. The musical aspect of One Piece is really unused by the studio, and criminally overlooked by the community. OSTs like Mother Sea doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Songs like We Are was like, meh, an average kind of stuff at first, but when it was used as an OST, it couldn't have been better. Songs like Bink Sake, hardly anyone knows about it. Plot armor and plot holes. Normally the fandom overlooks these two things, calling it perfect, but it has hell a lot of plot holes and plot armor, but the difference lies in how it's used. Most of the plot armor in One Piece are planned, so kids aren't able to figure it out. Like, Chopper, for example, was the living plot armor for Aridyah arc. For that crab moment, similarly, Carrot was used later on. But sometimes it gets really stupid and forces you to ask yourself, what the hell are you watching again? Like during Crocodile vs Luffy, what the hell was that? Or during Katakuri vs Luffy, that nigga literally used Broly and threw her away. Katakuri could have finished him in a second, but no. He remembered Luffy as the protagonist, so he waited for him. And believe me, Katakuri beating the shit out of Luffy is the most pleasing thing you could watch. Also, I don't know if it's plot armor or hole, but if a character dies from a bomb blast in a self-sacrificing manner, leaving his girl to Straw Hats, don't worry, he will come back. Speaking of plot holes, One Piece has a lot. Marineford arc, for most part, Oda literally nerfs the character to show how badass the character is. Like one of the most iconic moments of the series, Shanks saving Luffy, there was no need to sacrifice his arc. He could have easily used Conqueror's Haki or Adamant Haki at the very least. But no, he has to prove himself badass. Likewise, in the Marineford, there was no reason for Whitebeard to lose, but he was killed for plot's sake. Power scaling was a mess. Now, many argue that it was because Haki wasn't introduced that time, but it was indeed just the previous arc. Oda could have used it and explained it like he did. Even Luffy was shown using Haki, but characters like Marco, Ace, Whitebeard weren't, for no proper reason. Canons and fillers. One Piece has only 10% filler episodes since its starting, and it's quite an achievement for sure. But at what cost? Main episodes starting after 5 to 6 minutes of starting for 700 plus episodes? Who blinks first during fight scenes for 200 plus episodes? Ending the episode 3 minutes early? Starting episodes after 9 minutes sometimes. What else can you expect? Now, let's get on to rankings. First, let's see the best 5 arcs. Number 5, Aridyah arc. This arc is one of the first arcs that hits you hard and shows you a glimpse of what you're going to see later on. MVP of the arc Vivi, who had tremendous character development, and the end, the symbolism was ascending her to the top and forcing her to see the reality of this world, was too good. Being kind isn't enough. You have to be strong as well. Crocodile was a good antagonist. Introduction of Robin was a bit creepy, which suits her during then, but it has quite a number of flaws as well, like its comedy. The mystery that's greater than what's in Rift Tale is that what's so funny about One Piece's comedy? What's the need of it? like that Nami's battle or that Usopp and Chopper fighting those two, that made them look like jokers. Stupidest plot armor while fighting Crocodile. Just brought down the quality of the arc. Number 4. Sabaody arc. It's a short arc for Marineford's build-up, and everything in this arc is spot on. From mystery and fighting to tragedy of fishmen, introduction of Rayleigh, Joy Boy, and Supernovas were lit. The 3 rivalry scene, of course, was another plus point, and Luffy punching Celestial was something that couldn't be described within words. Number 3. Fishman Islands. This is the phase-shifting arc after the time skip. The backstory and character introductions were just too good. After that, Nami saying about Arlong Park, oh yeah, Arlong. Who could have imagined him having such character depth? You just can't do anything but feel sympathetic about him. Only drawback about this arc is its antagonist. That could have been way better. Antagonist without any proper reason to be an antagonist is just too meh for any anime or show. If he had something more to offer, it could have been on a different level. Number 2. Water 7 and Enies Lobby. These arcs are considered the peak of One Piece by the fandom. And why not? They have the best moments of the series. But the reason it's in number 2 is because of many reasons. Toei Studios added too many bullshit to this arc. Like inappropriate use of music, they didn't use OSTs at many places. They literally started main episodes after 7 to 9 minutes, not once, but every single episode. What's the need of this? Not yet revealed. Not gonna say much about it, comparing or trying to pick flaws is a sin for this arc. Number 1. Now. Many may disagree, but objectively speaking, Whole Cake arc is the best arc. Till now, of course. Not only in One Piece, but also one of the best in comparison to any anime arcs. Toei Studios were showing 2 sides of the story, later on 4 at the same time, but nailed it. Neither pacing issues nor anything forced. Best use of its music assets, you can't just dislike any character, every character has a reason to be them. So many backstory and political stuff, and every moment is lit. Nothing was senseless or unnecessary in this arc. Every single moment is gonna hit you hard, and Katakuri and Luffy's combo Conqueror's Haki was a next level stuff. Brook being a vital character taking responsibility and later being toyed with, Carrot's Ultra Instinct, Boss Jinbei pissing off Big Mom, what's not there in this arc? With no major flaws, just perfection. Now, talking about worst written arc. It's definitely Marineford. This shit is the definition of overrated, if not less. I've talked about power scaling previously, but there are many more. Like Whitebeard could have easily defeated almost everyone by himself, but he didn't until it was over. No backups, no use of Haki, extremely screwed up battle scenes. Even Marco and Juzo were shown using Haki. Now, not only battle scenes, this arc has one of the most overhyped moments in the entire anime history, Shanks stopping the war. This hype too is unreasonable. Wait, let me explain why. Let's look at the scenario when Shanks entered the war. Whitebeard was killed, Ace was executed, Luffy was sure shot dead, 90% of military might was destroyed, admirals were heavily injured, Navy was shown as the hero, media sugarcoated the incident in favour of the Navy. Now, tell me what's the reason for continuing the war? That was the most reasonable thing to do. Marco played more vital role than Shanks, and Sengoku should have been given more credit for calmly analysing the situation and handling it accordingly. Now, thank you for watching it till now, and drop down your opinion in the comment section. See you in the next video.